Hi you guys, happy Tuesday. The weeks are flying by. Well, I'm really excited to talk to you all today because we have something very exciting going on here for the next few days until the beginning of July. So I want to give everybody a few seconds to kind of get settled so we can talk about what it is that we are offering. So my name's Cristina. If you guys don't know me, I am the physician assistant that gets to work alongside and together with Dr. Allenby. And today we are going to talk about two really great devices that you can do together. Okay, I'm not sure if you guys knew this, but two devices that you can use together to help with your texture, with your tone of your skin, and to even help give your skin a little tightening and lift. So that's really exciting. So thanks everybody for joining. Thanks everybody for hopping on. We're gonna talk today about VIVACE, okay, which is this treatment that I have right here, this device that I have right here. And then we're going to also talk about Ultherapy. I'm gonna show you guys the Ultherapy machine. So this is the Ultherapy machine, and maybe you guys have heard of Ultherapy, maybe you haven't, maybe you've heard of VIVACE, maybe you haven't. So we're going to kind of go over what they are and what they can do for you and how they can help you in your cosmetic treatment journey. So I love actually the VIVACE and the Ultherapy. I love them separate, but when you combine them, the results are magnified. And that's why we've decided that we were going to offer something to all of our patients and our listeners in the next upcoming weeks. So stay tuned because you don't want to miss that. So let's start with the VIVACE. Okay, VIVACE is a micronized, microneedling and radio frequency machine combined. So a lot of patients love VIVACE. Maybe you've had it before. It's a big treatment that we do here in the office. And what I have in my hand right here is actually the tip. I can't open this, but inside here, on this cartridge, if you will, has these little tiny microneedling tips. You're not going to be able to see them, but it has these little microneedling tips. So a lot of you guys are familiar with microneedling. You maybe have had microneedling done before. Microneedling is great because you're able to penetrate down to about 2.5 to 3 millimeters into the skin. Some of the microneedling pens that I've tried in the past back in New York, you're able to penetrate that. And what the benefits of the microneedling pen is going to create these little micro targeted treatment spots. And then what's going to happen is they are going to allow for collagen stimulation. So the VIVACE does that, okay? The VIVACE is a machine that you can see. There's something here that says depth, and maybe you can't, but depending on the areas that we're treating, we're able to penetrate different depths so that the little tiny micro needles can penetrate and stimulate that collagen. But the best thing about the VIVACE treatment is that it's not just microneedling anymore. So microneedling is great for patients who have acne scars. It's great for patients who have, some enlarged pores. Maybe you're somebody that has some texture issues. Microneedling is great for that. But when you combine it with radio frequency, it brings the level of treatment to the next level, all right? So let's talk a little bit about radio frequency. Radio frequency is pretty much heat energy, okay? That, again, when you combine it with microneedling, you get an added benefit. So think of heat energy as creating a disruption down to the muscle, right? So maybe some of the things that you can think of also is how it combines with Ultherapy. But VIVACE, when you have the radio frequency component, what it's doing is it's creating that injury to the tissue. And during the healing time, as time goes on, you're going to find that you're going to get an increase in texture. You're going to get an increase in the elasticity, increased collagen. It's even going to tighten the skin. and it's going to tighten the skin significantly, right? So we have so many of our patients that see such great results, and I think that for one of my favorite areas to combine and treat is full face and neck. And so I think that when you combine the microneedling, okay, so if you could see, it's really hard to see. You can't really see it, but this is a sterile pouch and we can't open it. But if you see inside, this is the back of it, and this actually hooks up to this handheld device here. So it kind of clips on like so. And we of course numb the face. But what we do is there's different passes and different areas determine the different depth and energy that we can do. But this is a treatment that a lot of our patients do full face. So they're doing their entire face, they're doing their neck, they're doing, of course, around their eyes because that's considered full face, but they're getting the added benefits. And patients are doing these treatments at least 2 to 4 times. So they're buying packages of at least 2 to 4 treatments to get the best results. And you're doing them at least 4 weeks apart, okay? So one of the things also that I should mention about microneedling and the Vivace and the radio frequency, the Vivace in general, is that there's really no downtime with it. Our patients are very happy. They leave here a little pink. They don't have major swelling or anything afterwards that's going to give them some downtime. So it's great for somebody who is looking for kind of a treatment regimen to help tighten and give them more collagen, help with their texture of their skin, help with their pore size. It's definitely something that, excuse me, it's definitely something that a lot of our patients are asking for, and they're on these packages, they're on these treatments as part of their cosmetic treatment plan. So Vivace, like I said, it's a great treatment. And so some of the areas that you can do is your forehead, okay, to help tighten in the forehead. Hello. One of them is around the eyes, like I said. Okay. Another one that you can do is in the neck, okay, and even the lower face. A lot of people are doing their full faces though to get the added benefit. So Vivace, one of our favorite treatments, it's fractional microneedling with radio frequency. It's using these little tiny pinpoint, I wish I could show you better, little pinpoint microneedling pins, if you will, that cause little permeations into the skin. And then what happens is it allows heat energy that's given off from the machine to go all the way down to the muscle to cause a little injury, if you will. And then as it heals, the skin is tightening. And then on the superficial side, from microneedling component, you're going to get increased elasticity, you're going to get increased collagen, you're going to have better texture. And then from the radio frequency side, you're going to get that tightening. So Vivace, great treatment, something that you're able to do with very little downtime. So the next thing that I'm going to talk to you guys about is Ultherapy. And you know, I love Ultherapy. I don't think that this machine gets enough credit for what it does. And I think maybe some of you guys have had Ultherapy in the past. Maybe you haven't had Ultherapy in the past. But Ultherapy is ultrasound technology. Okay, so let me just show you first what this kind of looks like. So if I put my name in here, I want to show you what the screen looks like. All right, so here we have it. And one of the things that a lot of people don't know, oh, there's a glare. One of the things that some people may not know is that Ultherapy is a one-time treatment that you really don't need to do another treatment for a few months, if not over a year's time, okay? And Ultherapy is used on the chest. It's used on the brows to give you more of an eyebrow lift. It's used on the lower face. And you can even use it underneath your chin. So many people are obsessed with under their chin. It's what gives you the perfect contour. And some people will come in and they'll say, well, you know, I have this little extra something here, which I have, and I'm definitely I'm due for my Ultherapy treatment, but it can help reduce the submental fullness while tightening and contouring. So that is perfect. That is honestly like one of the best things I love about the Ultherapy. So this is the handpiece, okay? And there's different transducers, okay? So different colors for different areas of the face. So for instance, this one right here is blue, and this is for deeper areas, and it just slides right in. And it's ultrasound. So I would like to show you, you can see up here, maybe you can't, that if I were to start to scan, okay, and kind of go over, you can see that it almost looks like an ultrasound machine, right? It looks like, you know, if you've ever had like your gallbladder looked at, or on a sonogram for pregnancy or whatever, it's ultrasound. So what we're looking at when the ultrasound actually goes over the skin is we can see the different depths of the muscle. We can see where some of the nerves are. We can see where, you know, well, you're not going to see the nerves, but you could see, I should say, like the vessels, right? So it's definitely something that is unique, that it's the only ultrasound guided technology. So it's micronized ultrasound or ultrasound wave technology. Now, similar to the radio frequency, okay, and this is why all these devices are so different, is that radio frequency is using heat, okay, to cause injury to the muscle, to the tissue that we're trying to create more of a lift or more of a tightening effect. Ultherapy is using those ultrasound guided waves, okay? And in combination with what we're seeing on the screen, and you can see all the different here, and the numbers just determine how many times, how many pulses we're doing, which isn't really something the patient needs to know, but it's a guide to us. But for the most part, when ultrasound creates that tissue injury, it's going to take about 3 months for you to see the results, but you're going to get that lift and tightening with pretty much no downtime. So when you're in the office, you're gonna pretty much leave here the exact same way you did coming in. Where, you know, it's not something that you're gonna have to take off of work from. So if you are somebody that is looking for maybe an eyebrow lift, maybe you feel like your brows are a little hooded, or you have some bags, or maybe you're like me and you have a little fullness down here and maybe just not enough to grab for cool sculpting, but you really want to try to smooth out the lower face, or, you know, and kind of have more of a contoured jawline. Or maybe your chest, you have some of those lines, you know, from sun damage. Oh my God, we used to do so much of this on the chest back in New York, you know, to help lift and tighten in the chest area. Or maybe the lower face. I cannot tell you, okay, and the neck. I cannot tell you, one of my favorite things to do and treat is honestly from about here down and including the full neck. You get such a great lift, okay? You get such a great tightening effect. Now, this treatment is not for every age group, okay? This treatment is really for somebody like in their late 30s, 40s, 50s, into their early 60s, and into the 60s only if they have great skin elasticity and turgor to begin with, okay? So that's why it's really important to you know, have a consultation with somebody, with a, you know, with a provider that is very knowledgeable, because some patients have said to me, you know, oh, I've tried Ultherapy in the past and you know, I didn't see as much results as I would like. You know, this is the thing, that this is not surgery, and we're proud to say that we have the best non-invasive devices at the practice. But at the end of the day, if you're not the true, or you're not the right candidate for the procedure, for the machine, for the device, then the problem is that you're not going to get 100% of the result, right? So it's important that we take into consideration the turgor, the elasticity, and the collagen, you know, concentration of the patient. So I, you know, I'm in my early 30s, and I'm a perfect candidate for my lower face, for my chin and my jawline, perfect candidate. But if somebody, you know, has a lot of sagging skin, or, you know, they don't have a lot of firmness or tightness to the skin, they may not be the best candidate. So Ultherapy, once again, is something that a lot of patients are doing. And you know, another area that we're finding a lot of great results with Ultherapy is combining it with radio frequency, combining it in the knees, combining it with the back of the legs, okay? So we're doing there's a lot that we can do with the Ultherapy machine. And somebody asked, how long does the tightening last? You know, this isn't something that is going to replace surgical procedures. So patients are typically doing this either once or twice a year. Typically, this is a once a year treatment, but again, age does go into consideration with that. We also advise that you are keeping up with your other treatment modalities and great skin care. So the tightening can last as long as you're maintaining it. So why do I love this treatment? Like I said, it's a different approach. You know, VIVACE, we spoke about radio frequency, we spoke about microneedling. So using these little tiny microneedling tips, if you will, to penetrate, cause perforations into the skin to allow collagen stimulation, but then the heat that's delivered, okay, when we press that little button on the machine, the heat that's also delivered down to the muscle creates that injury, right? And then, you know, your skin on the surface is a little pink afterwards. You're going to get the benefit with the radio frequency of improved pore size, helping with collagen stimulation, helping with the texture of your skin, okay? That's going to benefit on the microneedling side. And then from the radio frequency side, you're going to get that great tightening effect. So a lot of our patients love this, lower face and neck. Now, Ultherapy, okay, we're using ultrasound guided technology. This is the screen over here, and this is the depth of, you know, and right now the depth's determined by the transducer, and that's the color here. That's blue, that's 4.5. That's how we would know, okay, this is for a deeper tissue or deeper pocket or area that's has a little bit more, you know, a little bit like, so a lot of people, if they have like a lot of jowling down here, and if they're a great candidate, this is a great great transducer. Again, getting a little ahead of myself, but that's why it says the different numbers here. And if I were to change this transducer, it would change the depth. So we're using ultrasound waves. It's actually like if you were going to go get your gallbladder looked at, or during pregnancy and you're getting a sonogram, or wherever else you've gotten an ultrasound before, we're using ultrasound guided technology to see where the muscle is on the machine here, on the screen rather. And when we click this little button, okay, and these buttons together, it fires, and that's what we say, it fires the ultrasound waves down to the muscle. And similar to the radio frequency, how it causes you know, an injury, it's also creating injury to the muscle with ultrasound waves. So it's really neat if you think about it, and that's really the science behind it. And some of the areas that we're finding Ultherapy to work well for is the brow, to give you a nice brow lift, lower face, submental area, neck and chest, also behind the legs, okay? We're combining that a lot with radio frequency as well. So you pretty much can do Ultherapy in a lot of different areas. So I love this device, and like I said, I don't think it gets enough credit, or I don't think that it gets enough, you know, I don't think that it gets enough talk, if you will, about it. So I think that one of the things that we're really excited about in the office is being able to give you guys both of these treatments, and we can combine them to get the added benefit, okay? Or maybe you want to treat, you know, your neck with Ultherapy, and you're not really looking to do the VIVACE anywhere but your face. We have something awesome for you guys. So when you purchase an Ultherapy treatment, you are going to get two, I just want to make sure that I read this right because I don't want to mess this up. 2 free VIVACE with your Ultherapy treatment, and that's a $2,400 value. Crazy. $2,400 value when you book an Ultherapy treatment with us during the time of June 28th to July 9th. Okay, so June 28th to July 9th, when you purchase an Ultherapy treatment, you are going to get 2 free VIVACE treatments. So basically like a mini package you're going to get for free. It's a $2,400 value. And let me just go over some of my favorite things that you can do. And also another thing is this. When you buy full face and neck Ultherapy, okay, just to promote, like to tell you what the true promotion is. Full face and neck Ultherapy, you're going to get 2 free Vivace full face and neck in addition. Okay, so when you purchase, this is the promotion, you guys, when you purchase an Ulthera treatment for full face and neck, you're going to get 2 free full face and neck Vivace treatments, and they are worth $2,400. And you know, we also feel like if you want to do the additional 2, so a total of 4 Vivace, we'll even throw in there for you like a discounted or reduced rate to finish up the last 2, and it would only be less than $2,000 for the remaining 2 sessions, and that's normally an additional $2,400. So huge savings. So when you buy full face and neck Ultherapy, you guys, during June 28th to July 9th, you're going to get 2 free Vivace sessions, and then if you want to do another 2 on top of that after you finish your first 2, you're going to get a huge savings on top of that. So just to reiterate, let's talk about what the Vivace is again, like, and who benefits from the Vivace. Anybody can benefit from the Vivace. There's no age like limit, I would say. You know, we treat Vivace all the time with patients who have acne scars or texture issues or increased pore size, or maybe somebody that has a lot of that plus a lot of skin laxity. So there really is no nobody who is not an ideal candidate for the Vivace. Very little in its downtime, anywhere from 2 to 4 sessions to see best results. And like I said, when you book your Ultherapy treatment for your full face and neck, you're going to get 2 free for you to try. And then if you want to do the remaining 2, you're going to get that at a reduced discounted rate. So that's awesome. And then with the Ultherapy is that ultrasound technology, right? So unlike the radio frequency that's using heat to cause the tissue injury at the muscle, which is going to cause the tightening effect, we are using ultrasound guidance and ultrasound waves to create that muscle injury. And you know, I would say that the 2 of them, you know, to see that tightening effect, it does take about 3 months to fully see it. You're going to start seeing the results in about 4 to 6 weeks, but our patients love when they come back in for follow-up photos, or when they're coming back for their second, you know, Vivace treatment, and we take those before and afters. They're impressed, and they are so like, oh my goodness, I can't believe how great this before and after looks just with 1 treatment or 2 treatments. So you certainly are going to see results. What I would advise first is, of course, you book your Ulthera treatment, you do that, and then after your Ultherapy treatment, get you on our schedule to do the Vivace. When you are doing the Ultherapy, remember that I would advise either coming in for a consultation during the week of June 28th and then scheduling your appointment like the next day if you're a candidate. The other thing too is this: if you don't want to waste your time, or you know, if you live far from here, coming into the office, we can always do a virtual consultation, and that may be great too to see if you're an ideal candidate. Hi guys. So ideal candidates for Ultherapy, anyone in their 30s to, you know, early 60s who has, you know, great skin turgor, not too much sagging of the skin, great areas to do it, which is why we're offering the promotion full face and neck. You're going to get such an amazing result. It's just 1 treatment that you need, typically once a year. And you're going to come into the office and you're going to look the exact same way when you left, because there's really no downtime. Is it uncomfortable? Some people will ask. Everyone's different. You know, I feel like some people say it's uncomfortable, some people in the sense that they're here for, you know, laying down for a duration of time, and the sensation can be something that they're not used to, but honestly, for the most part, patients do very well with it. Maybe just some Motrin if you need, but honestly, nothing that you cannot tolerate. And the same thing with the Vivace, nothing that you can't tolerate. And the results are well worth it. So just wanted to remind you all that the promotion is only valid from June 28th, okay, to July 9th. I wanted to make sure, July 9th. So June 28th to July 9th. It's the special for the Ulthera is only until then. It is when you buy a full face and neck Ultherapy treatment, you get 2 free VIVACE. And if you want to include 2 more afterward, then you will be able to do so at a reduced price. So 2 of my favorite treatments, we're combining them, giving you the added benefit, giving you the best results that you can for something that doesn't require any surgery, no downtime, super non-invasive, and our patients are loving the results. So be sure to call the office. Like I said, the promotion is only from June 28th until the 9th of July. Space is limited because people are going to be also seeing us for other treatments, and we are still practicing, of course, our COVID safety, and we want to make sure that we're not having more than 1 patient per treatment per hour. So keep that in mind also. So give us a call, schedule your appointments, be safe everybody, and hopefully we will see you for the Ultherapy promotion June 28th to July 9th. Bye guys.